gliding over the water, and the mist and the cry of gulls. I remember the spires and the campaniles, the sensation of floating, the white of the water, the white of the sky. I remember the approach to the city walls, no golden gateway or bridge forming a mouth, swallowing the boat. Instead, we secreted our way, a side channel. Sound reflecting off the walls and the water, entering through the ears of the city, not the eyes. I remember the people, just people doing people stuff, adding their own layers of life, paperwork, graffiti, derma to the centuries of layers already there. I remember the memories drifting in the water, faces I half recognized, foam and dust, a feather, a product, a color. And I remember the key, the steps and the slow burble of the engine idling. I remember standing and assuming that when I stepped ashore, the city would bob up and down like a pontoon. And just as I touched dry land, I didn't wake up. I have friends back in England. They all have babies. I'm at that age, all my friends suddenly shift up a generation. I don't know them. I've actually caught some of my friends, these are people I grew up with, talking to me about settling down. Where? Where are you supposed to do that? What happens to these people? Is there a book? Some manual that tells you how to do this stuff? Settle down. You must have to feel that you belong somewhere, and suddenly that's it. You don't want to be anywhere else. I've never felt like I belong anywhere in particular. Except possibly here. Every time I come here, I feel like I've always known this place. Almost like it's like a dream, like I've dreamed about this place. I've had a life here already, so it's intimately familiar. Except the tourist crap, the gaudy baubles and the dust collectors. They're not part of my dreams. But then, they've been around for such a short time, barely a blink. And the older these walls and arches get, the more they are colored and etched and infected by time and entropy, the more beautiful they become. I don't understand why people want to remember such a place with some plastic thing that lasts about 15 minutes. I think they're missing the point. This city rewards attention. The longer you look, the more you see. There are two cities. The positive city. The city is a solid, real piece of carved stone. Its streets and bridges smoothed by centuries of soldiers, citizens, touristas, mask makers, and glass blowers, teetering around the edges of buildings. And the water as a dream, winding liquid mist through the streets, reflecting the life of the city, melting the stone to ripples and shadows. And then there's the mirror image, the negative city, with the water as it feels as you approach the island, an immense, inevitable force, the blood of the world. And sitting in my vaporetto myself, a speck of life, a germ carried into the veins of the city. And the city as an organ, its histology etched into the walls and cavities, decaying. I don't want to carry this body metaphor too far, but you get the idea. A child in a mask shop tries on a mask. The child imagines herself as an animal. The mask carries the years of craft of the mask maker. The design of the mask has been refined and simplified over decades. The mask assumes different meanings over the centuries. The mask is that of a man, a Venetian with the pox. These were real people. The moment unfolds like an iris, filmed in stop motion, exploding its petals, and then wilting from energy spent. Hello? You still with me? I'm sorry, this means a lot to me. You see, I'm realizing slowly that the membrane that separates the positive and the negative in this place is very thin. Stretched and translucent at times and in places. Only a vague texture of reason indicates that it's there at all. I'll give you an image for my marriage. I didn't tell you I was married. It's well down the list of things that are mine. The image for my marriage is a book. I was on page 165 of my life. Page 165-ish. That's far enough through to get involved in the plot. It's even far enough through to assume I'm going to finish the story. But then the spine of the book began to crack. The binding let in the elements. Gaps appeared between the signatures. I could see the pages I'd read, a merge of familiar words. And more alarmingly, I could see the pages I had yet to read, rising to the surface before my eyes. The same merge of words. The same noise. And I felt very frightened. And alone. I closed the book and left it behind. And I think that's all I want to say about it. Today I met an old friend I never knew I had. I bumped into him at the Galleria dell'Accademia. In a fraction of a second, during the particular minute of an evening hour, on an overcast day in the year 1478, Giorgio da Castelfranco watched my life, enacted underneath his brush, on a modest, squarish canvas panel. La Tempesta, A man, a companion of the Confraternity of the Sock, specializing in amateur dramatics, that's me. A woman, a naked allegory, suckling a child Apollo or Carita or some other convenient deity. Cetis even imagined a bizarre reading as Adam and Eve. Adam ingeniously acquiring a wardrobe, the serpent, a master of camouflage, appearing to be a root. But none of the traditional readings worked. How could they know that Giorgione wasn't painting Dionysius or Ferragato? He was painting me. And you. X-radiography reveals you, a painted female figure below the man, only visible with invisible light. There you are. The man and the woman appear on the surface, separated by water. The artifice of the city in the background, a painted set, illuminated by the real star of the show, the agent provocateur, freezing the moment in flat, colorless light. A crack of lightning. Realization. The pin-sharp flash gun reality of the situation. And the dull migraine rumble of consequence in the distance. Dominoes fall. Empires crumble. Marriages collapse. History buckles under the pressure. I think this thing is taking its toll. I think I'm becoming acclimatized. Slowly. The place I'm forced to live in between the time I share with you is increasingly uncomfortable. The air is thick and sticky. It clings to me. Like I'm walking through water. Did I sleepwalk one night? Down the steps into the canal? And I just haven't realized that I'm walking on the streets of the reflection of the city. I'm walking around on a gently undulating image of the city. The weight I feel on my skin. Just surface tension. Yeah. I'm making very little sense at the moment. I've been having a recurring dream since I came here all those years or minutes ago. No, I don't think it was a dream because it actually happened. It couldn't be. I can't see why I'm turning. I'm standing at the end of a cul-de-sac. I turn and there's nobody really there. But I thought that was the important bit. But I realized sometime in the next few days that that's not the case. The important bit is that it happens again. You see, we all live in little pieces of our past. We replay them endlessly and tell our friends about them, write novels about them. They are very important. And I decided that the reason I haven't felt that I belong anywhere is because I'm looking in the wrong places. I don't think my place is spatial. Although this city is as close as it's going to get. I think my place is temporal. I think we could be happy in your second of time. It's not a big second, but it's all we really need. To be happy. Time heals most wounds.